record to the cloud. Okay. This is, and normally, you know, guys, I always do my little spiritual thing, and I start with my spiritual thing. And I'm just, you know, first of all, I just want to give thanks to every single Abundance family member. We are so very, very, very thankful for you, because without you as a member or joining our, if you're not hearing, Jack, you need to just look at your audio and adjust your audio. Without you guys, we would not have an Abundance family. So we need to give yourselves a round of applause. Not just the admin and everything, because we do give you, but we need to give you guys a round of applause, because you guys have done a phenomenal job at continuing to grow our membership to where it is, which is at, just to give you the numbers, we're at 28,705 members as we stand at the moment. So 28,705 members. That's members signed up to the Abundance family. So that's really fantastic. So I'd like to see you guys giving yourself a round of applause for doing such an incredible job of growing this, because you are the foundation. You are the foundation. And I hope you guys understand what that means. You are the foundation for where we're going. Without you guys, we cannot move forward. I want you to understand the importance of you all. Every single one of you are the future success of the Abundance Family Club, of the Elite 8 standard, of where we're going. You are the success. And the success will shine beautifully on you all. It would be very nice to see everyone glowing. So this is where we're going. All right. We are all working together to get to the very best. So please make sure that you give yourselves a round of applause for that, and recognize that we are very grateful to you all. In addition to that, the little story I've got to tell today, I got a little call which was quite disturbing. And I want to share this because I want you to understand the impact that we have in each other's lives. And I think it really helped me understand what impact we have. So today I got a call from a lady who is being really negatively impacted because we have asked for ID, to the point where she's being consistently harassed. This lady actually had a meltdown on the call. And it really disturbed me, people. It disturbed me, because this is not what we're about. It's disturbing, and I'm hoping it disturbs you. This is not what we're about. This is not what we're here for. We're not here to hurt people. We're not here to abuse people. We're not here to call people names. She was getting called names. She was getting called, she was being abused verbally by people that she was helping, because she has said to them that TAF requires an ID for the automated system. And it's disturbing to me that we would, as a family, as a community, find it disturbing to legitimize each other through, in our business together, to legitimize each other. I find it disturbing that we should have issues with that. So much so that we are willing to place people in harm's way. We don't understand what it is to, when you bombard somebody with negativity, curse them, speak negatively into their lives, we don't understand what we're doing to that person. I've seen people take their life. I've heard of people take their life because of what the people have said. You don't know how you're going to impact someone, people. Right? You don't know how you're going to hurt someone. All right. So I really, nobody's sent out any form yet, Asif. So please don't ask for the form because we haven't released it yet. We really want you guys to understand what we're building here. Okay. We want you to feel confident about what we're building. We want you to feel embraced by what we're doing as the Abundance family. Okay, no problem. We want you to feel that we are doing something that is worthy of you and worthy of whom we are. Worthy that you can be successful. Hi, Lavinia. Worthy that you too can be successful. Okay, this is not about, guys, why would you curse somebody for 28 pounds? And it's, I wish you guys could tell me if that's disturbing for you too. Because if it's disturbing, these people are your people. They're our people. That's our people. I take responsibility for that. It's heartfelt, you know, and it's I don't quite know what to say, because it's really disturbing. So I just want you guys to be able to understand what we're doing. And this is why we have the calls. The more you come on the calls, the more you participate, the more you can help others understand, the more you share with others in the right way, not in a way. There are people that are trying to scam us. There are us as a family, I say us. There are people that are using our system to try and profit themselves. There are people that may be using different names. People are doing all kinds of things. But to get to the point where you are cursing someone out to the point where they break down, they have a meltdown on the phone, genuinely, this lady was in serious heartfelt pain, is very disturbing. And I need you guys to understand that. I am hoping that I gave her a lot of support. We have people that are having, you know, we have people who have mild heart issues, etc. on this platform. We have people who are sick. We have people who we are helping so many people who are in very, you know, not best of health. We don't know who we're speaking to when we're speaking. You know, you don't know how you're impacting someone else. Please, people, I ask you to please tone this down somehow, some way, you know, because it's you don't know what you're doing when you're doing it. Not for 28 pounds, not for 28 pounds. Okay, so I just really wanted to say that, because thank you so much for you guys, but I really wanted to say that because we have to understand what we say when we're saying it, how we're saying it, the tone we say it in. This is what we're trying to build here as a culture. Okay, and I wanted to kind of say that before we head on into the actual, you know, that's why I didn't want to do my spiritual stuff, because this is part and parcel of what we stand for. And if we're all people of, and we are all people of godly nature, regardless of the religion or the, you know, where we come from, we're all people of heart. We all have a heart. We all have love. We all feel. Yeah. You wouldn't like it if somebody was doing that to you. And I know that a lot of people are doing it right now. A lot of people are doing it. Okay. Over providing an ID. This is a necessity no matter where you are. It's the way of the world, guys. It's not something that we're asking you to do, which is outside of your understanding of how business works, no matter where you are in the world. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. I also wanted to play this again for you guys, because I feel that a lot of you have lost the vision of where we're going. And I'm not saying you guys on the call have, but obviously we're recording. And I wanted to play our vision, because a lot of people have said, oh, why didn't you tell us in the beginning? Well, guys, we've been saying it from day one, what we want to do and where we're going. We've been saying this for months, that we're moving towards an automated system. We've been saying for months that we want to get to an 8-day gifting cycle. We've been saying it for months that we want to get to a banking system. How do you think that runs? Do you think that can run on WhatsApp? Really? Seriously, if you think we can continue to operate on WhatsApp Please tell me in the chat room. In my little head, my little brain, somehow I don't know how we can continue doing this on WhatsApp, guys. Yeah, we need to move towards a system that can support everything that we're doing. Yeah, we need a club that's sustainable, a community that we can sustain. You can't sustain that on WhatsApp. And I know people may be afraid, there may be fear. It's okay. It's okay. But don't hurt somebody else because they're following what we are asking. It's not right, is it, really? Okay. Let me just play this again for you guys. I hope you hear it. Guys, we have a vision, and no matter what the vision, no matter what you think, you have a vision, but TAF has always had a vision, and that vision is longevity. That vision is consistency. That vision is sustainability. That vision is for us to have something that is not stopping us from moving into a position where we have a recycling bank residual income. Whether you want to, maybe I can't find the terminology to put around it. So bank is the only word that I can use, you know. But we want a residual, a passive income, an income that comes in. We're also focused on 1568. That's all anybody's thinking of. So focus on 1568, 1568. I've got to make my 1568 by whatever time they're coming in, and I've got to do it by this time. But this is not what we are projecting here for you. We want you to feel abundant, because if you're thinking of an end result of 1568, you're not in an abundant mindset. You're in a mindset coming out of lack, because you're only thinking of one end game. There is no end game here. Okay? If you keep watching the vision, it will start to ingrain in you what we are building here. And you will feel grateful for being part of something that we're building together. The gratitude is not to me. The gratitude is not to, it's not to people. The gratitude is placed to a higher source, a higher calling. That's where we need to place the gratitude, okay? And if you are part of that, then you will be able to understand that we need to do this together and help each other and support each other and love each other and care for each other and come from a place that is maybe sometimes difficult, but has a greater end, because the end is an infinite ability to multiply. That's where we need to go to. And I can't express it enough. And maybe this is the only way that I can get it across to you, that the automated system is just a platform, guys, to be able to harness what we're building as a community, which we don't have. We don't have this. We don't have anywhere that we can go that we can do this with anybody. We don't have anybody that we can invite into a community that will just continue to care, love, share, and support, financially support each other. Where do you have it? So if we don't have it, we've got to build it. I see children, I see youth, I see elderly. Elderly should not have to struggle to be able to have money at the end of the day to eat. The elderly should not have to wonder about how they're going to buy their medication, or, you know, to struggle into their transitional years when they move out of this world. Why should they suffer to move out? Okay? We've got to get to the point where we are doing this for the love of doing it, not doing it for the 1568. Do this for the love of what we're doing, not just for the 1568. You know, and I really hope that you feel what I'm saying is really important, guys. What is culture? What does culture mean to you guys? Tell me what culture means to you. If you can tell me in the chat room, what do you think culture is? Let me know in the chat room, please. What is culture? What does that mean to you? All right. What do you think building a culture is? If you can let me know in the chat room, that would be awesome. A way of life. Okay. Traditional. What makes us distinctive? Interesting. I like that. When will I get my link as a new? Okay. That's not culture. Our behavior. Yes. Shared ideologies. A tribe of like-minded people sharing a like-minded mindset, a way of life for a particular group of people. Exactly. Culture is learned. Community. Culture is a way that a group of people act, speak, and think together. Exactly, Tracy. A certain way of living and being and interacting. Exactly, Sophia. Creating a sense of belonging. Yes, Fiona. Growth, integrity, love, fully aligned in the cultural piece. For me, culture means a mantra, a love that we live by. Exactly. Way of life. That's it, JS. Exactly. Respect, a way of life, a belief system in a group of people. Culture. Yes, that is what culture is. It's all these things that you're showing, all these things that you're saying. Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people, encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. The word culture is derived from a French term, which in turn derived from Latin, which means to tend to the earth and grow, or cultivation and nurture. That is culture. We are nurturing, cultivating a community and a culture that will grow, expand, motivate, inspire, embrace, encourage, to pass on with that Pepsi Cola. Remember the Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola. We're the next generation of wealth generators for others. Okay, for our youth, for our kids, for my granddaughter. I don't want my daughter to suffer. I don't want my children to suffer. Do you? Do you want your kids to suffer? Do you want them to go through the hardships you've been through in life? Do you want your kids to be where you are? Or do you want them to have more? If you really, you know, do you want them to prosper? Do you want your nieces and your nephews to suffer? Do you want the normal person on the street to suffer? Do you want anybody to suffer? Okay? This is the culture we're trying to develop, guys. Okay? Our culture, what TAF is developing, is based on our values. You guys know it. I say the values all the time. It seems like we keep forgetting them. Our values lay the foundation for cultural development, guys. Right? To value our members through being transparent in our dealings with our members, as it is pertaining to the ability to see their gifts grow. That's what you see in WhatsApp. That was one of the most important things for me and for Kim and for Maggie, to see that you guys see how your gifts are growing. And remember, it's a gift, it's not an entitlement. Yeah, honest through being open and about our vision, our business pertaining to members. That's my typo error there, guys. Vision and business pertaining to the members and how that business may affect them. That's why we have these calls, guys. We're still here. 6 months out now. We're going into our 7th month, or 8th month, I should say, because we were around in January. It's now August. It's 8 months. Most people expected us to crumble and fall. A lot of people didn't think that we would be around. People just thought we were a fly-by-night. Some people thought we were a scam. Some people still think we're a scam. Some people think we're a pyramid. Some people think we're still here. And what are we doing? We're going better, bigger, stronger. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah? Trustworthiness. Come on, guys. We're told, you tell us that you trust us. Your behavior begats something different. In the chat rooms, we see such difference with people, but yet they say that they trust. Okay? Nothing wrong with asking questions. I don't expect you to trust everything. I expect questions. We all expect questions. But then, do you believe us, really? After all of this time, okay, we've done this 8 months. We're still having to provide trust because we've got new people coming in all the time. But we need you to help us. We need you to pave the way. We need you to speak the truth to people. We need you to tell people what we're really doing. Not just let people chat and talk. When people speak from a place of ignorance, guys. Ignorance meaning lack of knowledge. When people are in a lack of knowledge, it's called ignorant. It's not a bad thing. It's just that they don't know. So what do? We educate, we inspire, we motivate. We provide them with information that will help them to see the light of what we're doing. That's what we should be doing, guys. Not tearing people down, hurting people, telling people that they're horrible, and they're this, they're that, they're scammers, and that they're going and threatening them. Really? Compassion. Where's that gone? When we started this business, Maggie, myself, we had the most compassion in those groups. It was beautiful, can I tell you? There was so much love inside the groups. Don't let's turn into some money-making machine that all you guys care about is the 1568 at the end of the day. Is that it? Is that all everybody cares about, is just the money? Because that's not what we built on. That's not what this club is about. That's not what we're fostering. We all need and require financial support. All of us do. Everyone does. But if you come into financial support from the place of the law of attraction, the law of giving and receiving, the receiving of your gifts are so much more that you won't get to understand how you're getting all these gifts. So much more. You know why? Because people giving from that heart place. They're giving because I'm feeling this. Giving from that heart place. Not from a place of resistance and anger and, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta reach this, I gotta have this, no. But giving from that heart, because it's 28 pounds. Yeah? Giving from compassion, because I can, because I want to help you. I want to see you grow. I want to see you succeed. I want to see every person succeed. I want us to produce an environment where the soil is rich and fertile so that everybody can plant their seed and grow into an oak tree. Tiniest seed, a mustard seed, man. That's where we want to go to. Yeah? We want to provide a rich environment, guys. We need compassion to do so. It is the most important aspect of our values, okay? If you hear that people are experiencing heavy, hard times, not being loved, not being cared for, I have an expectation that you as TAF members will support that person and will look after those people. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. That's where I'm coming from. And I pray that we all coming from that place. Yeah? The destination is not about 1568, honey. The destination is about the continued journey. And I say honey because I don't know why I said that, because maybe you swear I'm speaking to somebody individual, but I'm speaking to all of you. It's about the journey. The destination is about the evolving journey. Evolving journey is your destination. Growth is your destination. Increase is your destination. Evolution is your destination, not 1568. That's it. That's not a destination. That's a result. It's not a destination. Your destination should always be moving. Your destination should always be evolving. I've achieved that goal. Wow, what's my next? I've achieved this. Where do I go to next? That's creativity. It's the journey of evolving as a human being into being better, bigger, so that when you reach into your 80s, when you reach into your 70s, 80s, and 90s, and you decide to transition out of here, you're transitioning upward in an upward momentum. You're not transitioning down into the dirt and you're covered and that's it, end of days, worms eat you, etc. No, your spirit transitions into its next evolving state. This is where you want to go to. Evolve out of here. Always be learning, always be wanting to aspire. Even at 80, you could be inspiring someone who's younger than you, leaving behind something greater than yourself. This is where we're going, guys. I really hope you guys are feeling this. Developing our culture includes setting high standards. Are you not tired of living in a low standard state? Guys, do you guys want to continue to live in a you know, that drudgery, that, you know, don't you want to evolve? Don't you want to get better? Don't you want to get higher, stronger? You know, don't you want, thank you, Ola, don't we want more? Don't you want more? I mean, I want more every day. It's not wrong. It's not a bad thing, guys. It's not wrong to want better. Don't let people make you think that you're not supposed to want better. It's nonsense. You're supposed to want better. You're supposed to want more. You're supposed to not be greedy, but you're supposed to want increase. You're supposed to want to increase, because if you want increase, you'll want increase for somebody else. If you feel increase, you'll feel increase for someone else. More is good. It's not a bad thing, guys. Greed is bad. Wanting more and wanting better for someone is not a bad thing. So I'm just having to charge my phone. So excuse me for 2 seconds as I do that. I don't want to run out. So developing our culture includes setting high standards, and we have to, whatever standards we set, we have to maintain those standards. It's really important to maintain the standards, guys. You know, if we're setting a standard that's high, we got to maintain that. Yeah? So to maintain the standard, we've got to grow. We've got to grow and create sustainability. If you're growing a foundation that's solid, you've got to do sustainable growth, right? And sustainable growth means Elite 8 standard, doing more for our members, That is what the Elite 8 standard is all about. Elite 8 standard is doing more for our members. I'm trying to push this through because I know Andrew's got to speak, right? More for our members. That's the business. That's the marketplace. That's the, there's so much we want to do for you guys. The branded stores. That's the business promotions. It's so much. Okay. Infinity 8, that's your sustainability. Regifting is our sustainability. If we regift, we are moving towards that ping, ping, ping. Ping, ping, ping is sustainable income coming in, not 1568 in a hurry. Get your mind out of that. Ping, ping, ping is sustainability. Consistent income, not 1568. If you're thinking of 1568, then you're off course already, because all you're thinking about is end result. You want consistency and sustainability. Consistent income, consistent income. Sapphire, 1568 is the amount that you get after your cycle. New members, growth. New members equals growth. Why wouldn't you want to invite more than 2 members? You got qualified, okay, fine. Why wouldn't you want to invite more? Why wouldn't you want to keep the growth going? Why wouldn't you want to increase the Infinity 8? Why wouldn't you want to help thousands? Why do you only want to help just a few? Think of helping thousands. That's what we're doing together. Why do we need to ensure we abide by the laws of the UK? Guys, without sustainability, we are only as good as the foundation we provide. If your foundation built on sand, what happens? Tell me in the chat room. If you're a foundation built on sand, what happens? What happens if we're built on sand? Thank you, Sammy. It crumbles, it sinks. What happens if you put a little water on it? It just slides, it crumbles, it becomes nothing. What do we need? We need a strong foundation. In order for us to have a strong foundation, we have to have a strong club. In order for us to have a strong club, we have to operate as a business. We operate as a non-profit business, but we have to operate as a business. In order for us to operate as a business, we must do the laws of the land, guys. It just is what it is. It's not we're trying to stop people from getting places. We are pushing you and propelling you into sustainability. That's where we're going. We need ID to do those things. We need membership forms. We need contracts. We need agreements. We need to be part of the GDPR, ICO, which we're members of. We're required as a company. It is regulatory law, guys. This is the law of the land. Okay? We need to provide our books and submit our yearly books, our finances. It is the law of the land. You can't have a business, whether you operate as a non-profit or anything else, and not show your books. Okay? We must provide the information required for our sustainability. The regifting culture. Ping, ping, ping. Moving towards residual income. Focusing on a sustainability of increase rather than cycling out. Don't think about cycling out. Think about continuous recycling, continuous sustainable income. Don't even think about the 1568 because you'll get it regardless. You want to think about hearing the ping, 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 meaning constant residual income. That's what it means, right? And we have to work to get there. We got to work to get there, focusing on helping thousands rather than just your group. Okay? It doesn't matter, Sammy. Everybody can think a little bit further than they're today. Yeah, we can think a little bit further. I'm just asking you to think a little bit further. Every day you think a little bit further. You push out a little bit further, you know? your greatest vision of yourself, being the pioneers, the foundation of longevity, the millions to come. We are the foundation. And together, if we're stronger, we can build something that we can be proud of with, you know, in the next couple of years. This is going to be off the charts. Great. Awesome. Can you feel that? Consistent income is the only way to go forward, people. The only way to go forward. People are we are the only ones that can do this together. We cannot do it. If we cannot do this, we can only do it together as a community, as a family. We can't do it any other way. You're gonna have to give us a little bit of trust. Just a bit. That's all we need. It's just a bit of trust. And with that bit of trust from everyone, we have massive trust to move forward. When we're telling you we need something, we're not telling you just because we're trying to make your life difficult. We're telling you we need something because we need it to sustain you. Okay? That's the reason. No other reason. We've got to share. We've got to grow the business. Stop complaining about, oh, I don't know if I can bring in my group is stuck. Somebody will tell me my group is stuck, and they've been in the association since June. That ain't a stuck group, yo. There is no such thing called stuck. We cannot stick. There's nothing called stuck. You may have to take a little, it's like, you know, being in the mud. You know, you have to push it a little bit more. Add a bit of water, remove the mud, put a piece of rock to make you climb over. But we have to push a little more. It doesn't mean you're stuck. You're not stuck. Your group is not stuck because it's not moving for a few days. Okay? We've had groups sitting there since maybe February. Does it mean they're stuck? No. Are they moving now? Yes. That is what the Infinity 8 program is. Helping each other, growing each other. And we will get better and better and better. The more people we have, it will get better and bigger and better and bigger. And that's why the automated platform is so important. Increasing lives and helping thousands is successful evolving. With the new platform, we're providing you the ability to succeed in every way. In every way, encouraging the SWG status for our youth, self-wealth generation, guys, for our youth, speeding up our turnaround time to receiving, providing sustainable growth through each other. No sales, no scam, just pure, honest gifting. This is what we stand for, okay? Okay, I've got to pass this on to Andrew because I've gone way past my time. So guys, I really hope that this was valuable for you. I just really hope that you get this. Let me stop sharing so Andrew can share. He's gonna speak to you about the features and benefits of the automated service or the automated platform, guys. Thank you so much. Hold on a sec.
Thanks, Soraya.
Okay, Andrew.
You went preaching on us. That was good.
I'm so sorry.
There was a part of that reminded me of Jim Rohn on that last slide. It just felt like Jim Rohn was talking to me then. I don't know if anyone knows Jim Rohn, but when he starts talking about philosophy, this guy can go on forever.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It was great.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Evening. I've probably got a lot hairier since the last time I saw you on this call. Soraya's got us working really hard out here, guys. You can tell. So hopefully my screen is coming up for you guys now. Can you guys see my screen? If you guys can just pop that into the chat, that'd be amazing. Brilliant. Okay. So my turn. I feel like I'm under pressure now, but to follow Soraya's footsteps. But I wanted to just to recap on some of the benefits. I know a lot of people have asked questions, and lots of people have reached out to me personally, just asking questions about the system and what it will do. So I just wanted to make sure we recapped on that. Soraya said it was worth recapping on. So I do want to make sure that we do that for you this evening. So I'll try and go through this as quickly as possible with as much detail as possible. And let's see how we get on. So the purpose of the system is actually to answer a lot of your questions and requests from today. You guys have lots of questions, lots of requests. We've monitored and watched the WhatsApp groups, and there's some 3,500, 4,000 plus of them now. But just analyzing how conversation happens, what people struggle with, what's going on. We take all of that and we've built this into this automated system. But the automated system wasn't just about answering your questions of today. It was really about actualizing the future vision of TAF, which is what Soraya has shared apart with you already. But there's so much more that we're trying to get to, and we've obviously drip fed this to you over the last month from my side of things, but probably for Soraya since its inception, which is, we do want to have a sustainable platform that's just right for everybody, and we'll do everything in our power to make sure that we build the platform that's deserving of your time, your energy, your focus, your conversation with loved ones and friends and other bits and pieces. So we really appreciate that. So I'm hoping that we can build a platform that you're incredibly proud of. So one of the first key things is around shareable links. So when you get onto the platform, you will have the ability to share a link that's unique to you. It's your link, you share it in whatever way you wish. If you're on iPhone, which is what that screenshot is, you share it the way that you wish. If you're on Android, share it the way that you wish. If you want to send it by email, cool, you can go ahead and do that. But however you choose to share it, the automated system is tracking it. And what we're trying to do is simplify your journey into the automated system. So when you share that link out and someone taps the link, lands on the website, they get all the information they need. When they get onto the registration form and fill out the registration form, it will tell them quite clearly in black and white, what is it that you need? We are working on translation into other languages, and new languages will become available as soon as we can. It will start off with English UK, and then we'll just start to build it out, French and Spanish and other bits and pieces. So just expect that to happen. And once you've chosen your desired language, your desired choice, it just memorizes it. So when you log in, all of the text is conformed that way. The one thing that's very difficult to work on is translating what happens in live chat. So there's a bit more thought process and technology that has to go into that, but shareable links, right? So your only focus when you join the platform is actually to try and share this as much as possible. To one, help yourself get qualified, because things will start to move fast. I think you've all seen the journey. If you were really lucky to be a part of this in February, early February, mid-February, March to now, which is the obscene numbers, 30,000 odd members. That's pretty incredible growth. And at some point, we'll get to a point where you become the exclusive elite, which means essentially that we have enough people to sustain the flow of gifting. And as more people want to join, they may have to join a waiting list to become a part of that gifting cycle. And it's one of those things. I don't know if anyone here, quite topical Arsenal fans who are on here, who have obviously been celebrating their massive win this weekend. But if you're a fan of any type of club, sometimes there's a waiting list. I don't know. If you're an Arsenal fan, I'm sure you're aware you have to pay £6,000 to £10,000 to go and join. To become a season ticket holder. And even then, a lot of people have been waiting 15 years to be a part of that. And it's something that people hand down to their kids and grandkids, and it just keeps going on for generations. So I think that's the mindset of where TAF is. It's this elite club that truly wants to build sustainable growth an income for everybody. And it starts with just making sure the system's really easy for you to understand. So when you join it, your only focus is to get qualified. The rest, the system will do all the rest. So we really wanted to take away the pressure from you in terms of your thought process of joining this group, and then when the group splits, going to join another one. Simplified gifting as well. So once you've completed the registration form, it just pops up on screen and just says, please gift to whoever it is. Now, in this example, it's James Bond. Congratulations. But you're going to gift to whoever it is, and then upload a snapshot of that gift, and then it will go off, and the person who receives the gift gets a notification, they verify, and the whole thing just moves on. The compliance team keeps a track of everything, whatever's going on the platform. So we've got built-in timeframes for people to do things. For example, we've noticed in the groups that sometimes people take a little bit longer to gift. Maybe sometimes people are trying to get their head around the new system, or how it works in WhatsApp. How does this whole thing work? But actually, in our actual live system, there is a time limit. So you have a certain time frame to gift. And if you don't gift in that time frame, you lose that space in that family. And then you're going to have to go back into the system, and you have to click a button to say, find me a new family. So that's what the system does. It goes and finds you a new family. So it's an incredibly intelligent system. You guys have said to us, you don't want to be held back. You want to keep it growing. You want to keep it moving as fast as possible. And when we build in these building blocks that you've asked us to, it helps to move the flow of the system, which is I'm very excited about. I can't wait to see it in actualization with you guys doing stuff and being in it. So I'm really excited by that. We wanted to turn gifting on its head. So at the moment, there's 10 of you, and actually when you think about it, it's really only 4 of you that are focused on completing the 8 new members slots, essentially, that you invite people and people go ahead and join. And if I turned it on its head and said, actually, as a platform, if we take the power of the platform with 30,000 plus people, and soon it will be 50,000, 100,000, and it will get to crazy numbers, I'm sure. But if we turn that on its head and allow the automated system to place people, and that's what it's going to do, it's going to automatically find the spaces where there are gaps. For whatever reason, there's gaps. Someone isn't in the right place, right? Boom, we're going to put someone there to close that group and move it on. You don't have to act admin anymore. It will just do it. And if you think about the power of that, it's not about 8 or 4 people trying to find 8. We're talking thousands of people, TAF included, driving people to help fill these spaces. And this is what I mean by simplifying your journey with us. It's going to be so simple that you're only going to be responsible and focusing on sharing this with as many people as you can so that you become qualified. And I know this is going to happen. This will get to a point where you'll get to a point where it will quickly fill out the group. And maybe you haven't even had the time to switch and contact a friend to go and gift. So the system will automatically switch around. It will split the group. You will go back into last family members gifted, and it will give you another chance. The system will constantly keep churning. It will keep going. And we're not going to allow anything to slow the system down. Like I said to you before, you guys said that you wanted speed. So we delivered to you speed. This is one way we're going to deliver you speed. The other way is by giving you some framework to say, as soon as you join the platform, go and share immediately, because the last thing you want is the system to start to place people in all of these different spaces, including the group that you're in, and it just moves. And then it splits, and you're like, where did everyone go? And it's like, well, you're here, and we start with a new batch of people. Everyone else has moved on. You want to move with the system. You asked us for speed, and we found the fastest and most incredible way to do that. So we turned the system on its head and gave you the power of thousands rather than just the core 4 or 8. This is just observing what's happened in the last 2 months with some of these groups. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to be blown away by how we've been able to do that. And we're going to get to automated splitting. The days are gone of you being invited. I saw a message earlier on in some of the other groups where someone says, hey, you've been left behind. You need to come and join over here. That won't happen anymore. You'll be in a group. It will split. It will split whenever the time is right for it to split. So when it reaches the eighth person gifts and the gifts confirmed, it will split. Off it goes. And when you log back in, it will just say, welcome to your new family. And then you can go and embrace and do the things that we really love to see, which is people encouraging and helping each other and showing real compassion and connecting with people. There was a beautiful story from the admin team where there was a group of people that didn't even want the group to split because they had such a great energy together. So I think it's a beautiful thing. So they obviously fostered a really powerful relationship, which is really what the Abundance family is about. It's going to have built-in chat. It's going to have built-in chat. So if you want to chat to your other family members that you're a part of in a family, then go ahead and do that. You know, we want you to do that. We want you to build relationships. We want you to have the opportunity of discussing things with each other. So we're going to have built-in family chat. You can say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. You can message people and see how they're getting on and see if they need help. I've seen some great examples of that. And we wanted to make sure that at its core, you guys are family, you're a family together, helping each other to actualize each other's goals. We don't know each other personally, but I felt like we're connected, we're kindred spirits. That's why we're here. And I think the chat will certainly start to breathe life to that. And we'll start to build in GIFs and emojis and all that other stuff into it. So you guys can express the joy that you're feeling by being a part of the Abundance family. There's going to be built-in support, because there's going to be times that you are going to need a bit of help. You might have a question about something or something that doesn't feel quite right. One of the things we've noticed is, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to look at one of the admin teams or even Soraya or Kim's or Maggie's phone, but if you ever have the opportunity to do that, I don't know if anyone here feels quite stressed out by seeing that little red dot with a number. When you become part of the core team, and forgive me, my son's in the background singing away, but on that red dot, it will have a number. That number will be something, right? That number will be something. If you've ever stressed out by seeing a number that says 10, 15, 20, when you become a core member, that all goes out the window, because these people have thousands. I've watched some of them clear it, believe it or not, get to the point of clearing it, and they went and had a sandwich and came back and it was back to a few thousand messages. It's not possible for them to get through everything in WhatsApp. It's just not sustainable. People will burn out, and it's just not right. You guys aren't getting the care or the attention that you deserve as being part of the platform. And the team really do want to help you. They really, really do want to help you. So if we have a built-in support system that allows us to see your query come in the order that it comes in, it will be assigned to someone, people can get back to you, you can have a conversation flow, the history's there. If somebody else picks it up, we don't have to have a separate space where the admin team have to exchange conversations about that particular issue. It's all there, the history's there. So no matter who's on the core team, they will be able to help you. And we wanted to make sure that that was simplified. So whether you're in a family and you click the help button, or whether you're just in the system and you just have a question, you can go into the help and support center and raise your own ticket. And it will have a ticket ID and a number. We have SLAs in the background that help us to make sure we're keeping a track of all these tickets, which we're really excited about building in a knowledge base inside there to help you, because some of the things will be FAQs. We want to make sure we've answered all of those FAQs and then some. We're going to give you a visual dashboard. I think it's really important that when you log into a system, it's just simple. So when you log into your system and you get into your dashboard and you see your members area, not only can I see the various families that I'm a part of, not only can I click a drop down and go into another cycle, because I'm hoping by now, those of you that have been with us for a while and those of you that are new, welcome to the family. But what we're hoping is that when you become family leader, you go and choose to be a part of another 2 cycles. So you have 3 cycles concurrently. but you'll click a drop down and you'll just switch to another cycle, and you'll see all your families from that cycle. You can join in the chatter and the conversations that are there. And for those of you that are managing people, you'll click a drop down and it will show you someone's name, and next to their name, you'll be able to click a cycle that they're in. So we're really excited by just the simplicity of the system, of being able to be agile and just bounce around between your different cycles or the different people you're managing. One of the other things that I think is important is that I can just see where my friends are. So, you know, what family are they in? What position are they in? Have they qualified? Do they need help? Do I need to contact them and just say, hey, I noticed you haven't qualified. You haven't moved. You've gone back into this position. It means you're not qualifying. Are you struggling? What do you need? And just being able to help those people that you referred. So at the moment, without speaking or messaging your friend, you actually have no idea how they're getting on through their journey. But I think it's quite important that we do create this supportive network where you can continue to support the people that you referred into the network of and into the family of TAF. And as it just continues to grow and split, you know, splits quite a few times. So you guys move on quite quickly, but it's important that you have a visual representation of that. It's also important that you know how much you've received. You know, sometimes you ask someone, oh, so how much have you received? They have to go into their PayPal and then they have to count how many 28s they've received. It would just be easy just to go into your dashboard and say in cycle 1, you have received X amount. And you go, oh, I've received this. And it just makes it so visual for you, especially when you're sharing with people. It just makes it easier. And, you know, someone says to you, how much have you received from the Abundance family? And it's great, you know, you can go in, you're about to log in, and on your dashboard, you can say, oh, look, I received that much in this cycle, and I received this much in this cycle, and I'm staying in it. I'm going to let this thing keep growing, baby, and it just keeps going, keeps going. So it's not about the one-time 1568, although that, especially during this time, that helps. What we're really focused on is you just continuing to be a part of this community through regifting and everything else like that, because you'll only regift if you've felt as though you've received value out of it. So this is the reason why our focus is making sure that you have the best possible experience on the platform as much as possible. We want to make gifting or regifting really simple. It's going to be a click of a button. At the right time, in that moment, it will just say regift, and you'll just click, and it will go and find you a family. It will give you an email address of someone that you need to gift to, and it will allow you to go and gift to that person, and then you'll just continue to be a part of that cycle and open up your second cycle or your third cycle, for example. So on your dashboard, it will just pop up. It will just be a ping. Just as soon as you become family leader, ping, it'll be ready for you. And you'll be like, cool, no problems, I can regift. I'm happy to be a part of it, because you would have received a 28 by then. So you can invest the 28 again and just feel completely comfortable with gifting. And then just knowing that it's going to come to you. My very own journey in the Abundance family was that I received my gift from my second cycle quicker than my first, and then all of a sudden they just became rather aligned. That happens. I don't want to control how my gifts come to me. I just want to be willing to receive them however they come. So I think that's a really cool thing, and it is nice sometimes to go off to sleep and wake up in the morning and you go, oh, I have received a couple of gifts, which is really, really special. We want to build in notification alerts, so inbuilt browser alerts, so you will never miss a thing. So you know that you're qualified, you will know that you've received a gift, you know that you need to confirm the gift, you know that you got an update on your support ticket. You know, we want to build in a notification alert system, so that will be there for you, telling you all the news that's really key or important. If Soraya and the team decide to host another call, they can send out an alert. It will push out an alert to everyone. Everyone will know the call's going to start at this time. It's going to be about this particular topic. You know, here's the link, let's go. So it's going to be really exciting that you'll receive the critical alerts that are important to you. I want to build in simplified reporting. So for those of us that probably want to, and especially for the people that are managing people, you just want to export or extract a report that can quite transparently tell people what you've received and how you received, and maybe you want to show that to other people. But in just a very simple table, it will just export it into an Excel spreadsheet that you can very easily have access to. And you will know who you received your gifts from and all that sort of stuff. So just really simplified reporting. And I think those are the core features that I wanted to take you through as part of the system. So I hope that gave you guys, I know we've spoken about this once before, and I did go into detail on one call about the built-in security and how we're making it a sustainable platform. And I'm hoping that those questions have been answered. Soraya, if you're still there, I'd love to see if there's anything here. Maybe someone's got a question for me that I can answer. I'm happy to answer a handful of questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Where's the lovely Krisha? She can.
She's I don't know if anyone heard my son in the background, but she's probably taming him right now. Because
okay.
he was singing at the top of his lungs.
Oh, bless.
You guys are so sweet. I'm looking at this chat. I don't know if anyone had any questions, but if you don't, that's not a bother too. I'm just hoping that I've explained the system in its simplicity, and I just...
So one of the questions is, will we be able to manage more people? So are you gonna let them know about...
Yeah, should we let them know the thing? Yeah, so you can manage multiple accounts in the system. That does exist. And just to let you guys know, for those of you that are you know, querying things like, if you've got a question around managing multiple people in the automated system, if you've got a question around helping people with ID, or helping people set up their community project, or maybe you've got some business venture ideas, you're going to want to join the call for tomorrow, because tomorrow's call is going to be with me again, going through the detail of what happens when it comes to managing people, what's involved in that process. For those of you that have really been worried about this ID stuff, we understand, and there's going to be a lot of those things are going to be answered tomorrow. In fact, it will be answered tomorrow. There's no question after tomorrow whether you would understand your place in the Abundance family. Soraya started this call with a level of appreciation for you to be with us. And I know for sure after tomorrow, you will certainly continue to be with us. So I think you're going to be okay. So that will happen tomorrow. So if you're interested in managing people, you've got questions about ID, maybe because you don't have any, or whatever the case may be, you'll get it answered tomorrow. If you're interested in about, you know, business ventures and stuff like that to align yourself with TAF in other ways, you can get some of those questions answered tomorrow as well.
Okay, I am bringing people, but now a bit afraid that the system is changing. Also, as a member, do I have to give my ID and my people then join?
Yeah, so they're just some great questions. When we talk about a system changing, let's flip it. I would say the system's enhancing. The system is enhancing your experience as part of the Abundance family. I feel incredibly deep gratitude to the admin and the compliance teams. I just can't fathom how they're able to keep a track of everything in the way that they do. It's incredibly difficult to do that from your smartphone. It's not easy. It's incredibly stressful for the team. So the automated system is going to enhance your experience. Now, when you say you're worried about giving ID, I want to quantify that with the actual reason. So is it because you don't have ID, which we'll answer tomorrow? So your quid's in there. Are you worried about the security aspect? I would ask you to watch the call that we did recently around addressing the security concerns and what we've got built into it. You know, everyone that was on that call was blown away by just how much we're doing to make sure that you're safe. So I don't think it's a question of that, because it can't be. It's just not possible. Built-in banking security encryption, 256-bit, AWS servers, which is used by the British government and advised also by the National Cybersecurity Centre. You know, increased security and password encryption, encrypted database, encrypted algorithms and systems built in. I could go on. It's so effortless just to tell you how much security we've got in this. It's wonderful. So I think it's not going to be that. So I'd always be interested in quantifying that.
Yeah.
What else?
I have noticed people's momentum to gifting are dampening to on most of the open groups. Not too sure how you can see that momentum dampening, because we're certainly not seeing it dampening, but there will be an aspect of, you know, ebb and flow, because we are, don't forget, we are closing off on a Thursday. So on Friday, Saturday and Sundays, we don't accept any more new members. And that's to support the making sure that we keep up with all of the groups to split, make sure we keep up with compliance, so we don't get into a situation that we were in before the pause, when we were at 200 groups that hadn't been closed, people complaining. Now people are not complaining about splitting, because their splitting is done much faster, groups are being supported. On the automated system, you're not going to have any of that. There's going to be none of that. You'll actually be missing being on WhatsApp, because you'll be saying, oh, we got nothing to complain about anymore. So
I think
yeah.
One of the things the automated system is going to give you guys is it's got to remove the pause.
Yeah.
I've never seen so much anxiety when it gets to like the Thursday, Friday, and people are just like, no, we're going to go and pause, and people panic. There'll be no pausing, because the system will move at your pace.
24 hours, 7 days a week.
It's just going. The only time it's got to stop is when we say we've got to do some system upgrades, and forgive us, that has to happen at some point, right? But other than that, I just can't see it slowing down. It will go at your pace. If you want it to go faster, it will go faster. As quickly as you guys keep referring people to the platform and getting people to join in on the Abundance family, the faster we grow. Just remember, we will get to a point where we, you know, Soraya's vision at its highest point for what you guys will probably be able to see right now is getting to the point where you just bring yourself. We are pioneers very early in this process, and when we get to a certain number and people are regifting and the cycle of the systems just running, you won't actually have to bring anyone, which is, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel guilty just receiving these gifts just because I had the foresight to be a part of something like this. I think this is, you know, there's always great opportunity in adversity, and I think the combining of COVID-19 at a global level and the Abundance family starting its journey, I think Oprah Winfrey says that, I think she says success is the crossroads of opportunity and being there at the right time. It's the timing of that, and lots of people go by that, but I just think that it's not an accident. I can't believe that this is an accident, and I'm in no way, shape or form rewarded for this, but I just think that this is the right time. I genuinely do.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Crazy.
At what stage of the development is this new system currently at? Has it been built yet, or still at a concept stage?
Oh, no, we've gone beyond concept. We're way beyond concept now. So concept is the ideas and the 5-8 hour conversations that we have as an internal team. And then it's to document that and put it down into paper and then test our logic and thinking. The amount of times if I showed you the revision history of that document, it would scare you. So we went through writing down what was in our heads and documenting that, breaking it apart, questioning every part of it. If you've ever spoken to Krisha, she's incredible at getting you to question everything. Just why? She's like a child. Why? Like, what do you mean why? This is it. Why is this, Chris? And then the other parts of the team come with their own experience and challenge things. So the system's gone through a various iterations of development in terms of that concept. That's already been submitted and handed into the developers. We already know what the next 2 phases of development are after we launch the system. The developers sent us database designs. So for those of you that are techie, they've sent us the database designs. We've approved the database designs. We've challenged them on a few things. They've reconstructed and done some more things for us. We will receive wireframes probably tomorrow because it's holiday there for them. So we'll get wireframes. We will then be into, they're already doing the algorithm and the logic of the system, which is the most challenging part. It's no mean feat doing this, I can tell you that. And if you're a coder, you'll appreciate that. So they're going to be doing the coding. And then once I get them to a point of where I'm happy with what they've delivered in terms of coding, then I will be able to give you guys some pretty close indicative dates of when we will be going live. And I know the admin team have been pressing me. If I showed you the messages from all the admin team, when are we going live? When are we going to do this? My fingers can't take it anymore. My notifications. Soraya's phone died. I don't know if you guys know that, but Soraya's phone died. I think she had too many groups.
Couldn't take the pressure.
I just don't think the phone was built to have 4,500, 5,000 groups on it or something crazy. So
no.
I'm moving as fast as I can. The developers are on it and they're in stream. So it's no longer a concept, it's a real thing.
Yeah, RIP my phone. Yeah, my phone is, so I'm waiting for a new phone, guys, which is the reason why you're not seeing me in any WhatsApp group, because I just can't, my phone couldn't sustain it. Right, guys, for those of you who've got groups, people, like we said, tomorrow is the call to be on, and we will provide you with the solutions, which we feel that once you've heard these solutions, none of you are going to want to leave and go anywhere.
No.
You will rather be on what we're doing than staying or being on WhatsApp. You'll be like, okay, when can we do this? When can we do this?
Yeah. And
tracking
that's the other
option,
thing.
very good, fantastic. I'm just trying to go through.
Yeah, go through it.
Thing
A couple of things that I want to say while you're going through it. One thing is, Jack, an incredibly beautiful message that you've just put inside there. Sincere condolences, and I'm only grateful that you've received the energy that you have from the Abundance family to make dealing with that a lot easier. I myself, a very close person to my family, also lost a loved one as well, very, very recently. So we understand what community can do to you in that moment and how it can uplift you. And I'm truly grateful that you've experienced that through the Abundance family. That was a beautiful message, Jack.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. I'm still going through.
I know you're probably still at the top.
Yeah, do I need to introduce more people once I finish my first cycle and I want to go again? Okay, that's an Infinity 8. So I mean, basically, once you go into the cycle, we are having to bring in a qualification. The qualification for regifting is different to a new member. So, you can always find out more about the Infinity Cycle in our room. We have opened up a room, which is for queries. Do not kill us on the queries room, please. Queries are only open from 8 until 5. We will answer the questions as we go through them. If there are questions that are repetitive, we won't answer them. If it's a question that is covered by our G's and C's, we're going to refer you to the G's and C's. You guys don't like to read. You guys hear me saying all of the time, you need to read half the answer on our G's and C's, which is on the website. And it's not difficult to navigate the website.
I've got a good question here. I think Emmanuel's asked a great question. Are older non-automated families automatically added to the new system? That's a great question. Simple answer is yes. There's a bit of work that we need to do beforehand. So Emmanuel, what will happen is Soraya and I and the team are working behind the scenes to create a membership migration form. So I think this is a good point just to tell you. There's going to be a membership migration form. It won't be released yet. It will be released as we get closer to a certain point in our development cycle. And Soraya will spend probably the best part of a week taking you through the intricate steps of filling out that form, because filling out of that form is critical to making sure that you're in the new system. If you do not fill out that form, you will not be in the new system. It's just not possible. We will try and send out communications and comms and everything else like that. So if you're not already a part of the Telegram family sharing group, please make sure that you are. You've got to be a part of it, because that's where we're going to announce that the form is then open, and then there'll be, I'm sure you guys will probably crash the system despite us having great content delivery networks, but we want to get as many people filling out that form, and you haven't got long to fill it out. You've got around about 72 hours to fill it out. So we've got to get you to fill it out so we can spend time analyzing and checking the data, making sure people are placed in the right families. So essentially, we're going to put that into a CSV. It will go up into our database, and the rest is, it will just pop everyone into the right place. Groups will be created and all that sort of stuff. And then, unfortunately, for our admin team, we have the treacherous job of making sure and validating that everyone's in the correct position, the right family, and all that good stuff. So old families will be moved into the new system. We won't just say cut and then that's it. We are going to migrate you and move you across. It's not possible for us to do it any other way.
So I'm if the system places new persons in random families, do we keep track of where our invitees are? Yes, I would think.
You don't have to. The system does.
Yeah, but you can. You'll have access. You'll
log in, and it will tell you, your friend Jay is in family X, and it will show you a traffic light system. Have they qualified and have they gifted? They haven't gifted, you can phone your friend Jay and say, hey, you haven't gifted. And he's like, how do you know? It's in my membership dashboard. It tells me whether you gifted or not. Come on, man, we're trying to keep the abundance family going. We're trying to keep the energy flowing. Let's not hold it up. So you'll see that for sure. So if you want to manually write it down, then by all means, but the system will do it all for you. Absolutely.
Okay, so definitely a yes, another Zoom call tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
The queries room, guys. Yeah, we do have restrictions on questions because most of the questions can be read in our G's and C's. Once you invite your guests, there's one spaces are available. You don't have to wait. Nope. Yeah, that's about it. I think we've covered most of them. So guys, tomorrow is an important call. Let's try and fill up the call tomorrow to 1,000 people. For those people who are managing people, for those people who are interested in a business opportunity, this might be something for you. If those people who are managing friends and family, etc., this call is for you. So anybody that is managing people, you want to jump on that call tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you say, Andrew?
It's going to be a great call. It's going to be a great call. All those questions. I'm so pleased, actually. The questions that are coming through today are people really thinking about how they're going to move into the new system. And tomorrow, after tomorrow, I'd be amazed if anyone still has any questions about, one, the automated system, and just two, how they're going to move from where they are right now into that system. It will all be answered within the next 48 hours. So it's great. And
then it's just training on the form. You'll see, we will be showing you what the form looks like. It will not be released right away, but we need to, if I have to do it every day, then we do it every day up until the time that we release it, so that you guys can see it. We'll have it as a video, so you can review it on video. You can be able to, we'll do it on video if you have a phone, we'll do it on video if you have a computer, so you'll be able to see how to do it both ways. That is, you're explaining like a Sunday school teacher, Pastor Andrew.
That's hilarious. I've never been called Pastor Andrew before, but I'll go with that. Like Martin Luther King, father was a pastor, so we'll go with that.
Awesome guys. So yeah, we got to thank Andrew, guys. Absolutely, as always, incredible.
Thank you.
We got to thank you ourselves. We got to thank each other. We got to love each other. We got to care for each other, guys. Care for each other. It is the most important aspect of what we are doing. And I think we can
Is that it?
say that's it.
You can?